Whoo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. As you can see, we have a frozen wasteland going on right now. I needed to do a few reviews. I'm trying to catch up on a bunch of stuff. But I think I'm going to do a small knife today. That way I can do it inside, because right now, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but it is sub 20. And I know this is going to be one of the warmer days, because on the 11th, the low is supposed to be 1 degree, and that's not counting the wind chill. So it is about to get very freaking cold here in Massachusetts. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this show inside. Whew, man, it is freaking cold. And today I'm bringing you this guy. I don't even know what it's called. I just like it. It's the Kershaw Antic. And I saw it. It reminded me of my other Kershaw with the that had the it has the, what do you call it, pry bar at the end. This one's got like a little pry tab. I don't know if it's thin enough to be a screwdriver. I'm about to find out. But this thing caught my eye, and I said, hey, that's not so bad. Luckily, it has all the specs, so I don't even have to look anything up. It's going to be right there for us. So let me set up, and we'll get going. All right, so let's get the show underway. First order of business. The Woodsman's knife channel. I'll try to remember to stick these in there. I'll probably forget, so if they're not there, sorry. But the Woodsman's knife channel is doing a giveaway where the knives that he's giving away, got stuff all over the place. The knives that he's giving away are like some of those, holy crap, I can't believe you're giving one of those away knives. He's giving away some really, really good stuff. I know, because I designed them. So if you like some a chance to win a few D-Bad knives, get over there. Did you see that ghost? The dude is giving away some serious stuff, and it's going to be very fun for somebody. Also, there's another Scandinavian, another guy who is just making his start. It's called Ultimate Knife Search. So it's like the ultimate knife search. So you have the ultimate knife. Well, this is the ultimate search of that ultimate knife. So ultimate knife search. I'll try to remember to put his link down below as well. He's brand new, brand spanking new. He's a friend of the Scandinavian Prince. So the guy, Scandinavian Prince, in his recent video made the comment about how he speaks perfect English just like him, which I think is kind of funny because they sound exactly alike. But let's open this thing up and get going. I think, for the Woodsman's Knives channel, the Scandinavian Prince. This was in my pocket today, my off-grid Scorpion. He's on his way to 500 subs. So at 500 subs, he's giving the giveaway, and he's almost there. So let's get him to 500 subs, and who knows, you might just win something just by helping him get there. Also, his friend there, so far he has one video, and it's basically an explanation of what his channel is about to be about. And I have a pretty good feeling about this guy, even though he hasn't done his knife videos yet, like his actual testing. I think his testing videos are going to be pretty good just by watching his first video. There's some things you can just tell, you know what I mean? Like if a guy walks into your store with a ski mask and a gun in his hand, you can pretty much tell you're about to get robbed. So, sometimes you have intuition. I have good intuition about this guy. He does his own knife customizations, and I have to say that he did a BK9. He shows it in this video. He did a BK9 customization that's probably the best customization on a 9 that I've seen so far. He did an etching in it that is phenomenal. And if you're watching ultimate knife search, if you're watching, I think I want to get to you, so I'm gonna have to get you my email. So I think I might have a project for you that will help, especially with your channel. So get with me. I'm still trying to open this. That's why I'm talking. Here we go. Finally, it's open. All right, that's it. let's get into the overall of this thing. So far, I have to say it is small. It is small. Using the pinky hold right here, for me, because my hands are super big. I guess this is supposed to be here, but I would have to really fold my hand in. But if I don't stick my finger in there, and you hear different things, people say, oh, well, it's actually not supposed to be for a finger. It's supposed to be for after you've done skinning, you could hang it up to dry. Never heard that before in my life, but somebody told me that, so I'm going to go with it. So this obviously can be used as a screwdriver. It is thin. I do like that it is jimped here. It is jimped here. It is jimped here. All that is super goodness. It is even jimped here on the frame lock. I thought it was like black, but I think it's like a weird color blue. It's like really nice. It's actually really nice. So holding it in a full grip, I can put my pinky on the edge of this screwdriver, and I feel like I get a pretty solid grip on that. I'm not into tiny little blades, but my other Kershaw that has the it's a little bit bigger than this, but it has the pry bar in the end. That knife is awesome, man. It's just awesome. So this one's got the shallow pocket clip, really nice. It's got double thumb stud. It is frame lock. It's nice and stiff, brand new. So let's see. Ooh, yeah. It's not the speediest knife, but I don't think it's supposed to be. Let's see. If I stuck a ring finger in there, what am I getting? All right, so that's a little better. If I stick a ring finger in there, then all of a sudden that starts to mate up pretty well. That's not so bad. You do have not a choil, but a nice little finger well here that gives you protection from the blade. However, not much. So if you're doing anything stupid, you're going to cut your finger. And I'll tell you what, with my experience on Kershaw blades, they come pretty sharp. A lot of people like to bag on different steels, but Buck has some of the best heat treats in the world, and they use a 420 HC. So, you know, if you want to bag on some steels, yeah, guess what finger was behind there? Here we go. So let's look at this. So we're looking at an overall length of 5.5 inches. We are looking at a weight of 3.1 ounces. We are looking at a closed length of 3.8 inches with a 1 point, way too small for me, but I'm going to try it out. 1.7 inch blade. The steel is 8CR 13 MOV, which Kershaw does well. I have not had a Kershaw fail on me. They pretty much all use this steel, and I have not had a failure, so that's really good. Let's see. Frame lock, yep. Handle is stainless steel with a PVD coating. Let me explain to you guys if you don't know what PVT is. Me neither. So that's what the knife is. It's this, I would say right off the bat would be, you know, oh, it's even got a bottle opener. I just realized that. I was trying to figure out, I went to flick it thinking it was this. I'm like, oh, look at that. It's right there. So there you have a bottle opener. I wonder if the blade is closed and it's usable when the blade is closed. So here's another thing I just thought about. What this would be a good utility knife for somebody who does a lot of painting and stuff like that. You can use the edge, the blade for edging, things like that, or even pulling up maybe a piece of carpet or whatever. But this guy right here would be a really good piece for opening up paint cans. Just like a little extra thing that it could be used for. I can absolutely see that working for that purpose. It's small, so it's not going to take up a lot of space. It's light, so it's not going to be too heavy. And it's just going to be like this convenient little knife. This wouldn't be like an EDC for me, just because the blade is small and I'm big. So you know what I mean? It's literally half the distance from pinky to thumb. My pinky to thumb is like 10 3/4 inches. So you think about that, boop, it's less than half. So it's really, really small. But if you have little hands, then this thing, you're going to be like, oh my God, what the hell is he talking about? This thing's perfect. And what the hell am I talking about? So let's see. We got a few things we can cut up here. I already used this box lunch coupon yesterday to buy a sweatshirt. So let's just cut it up. Let's cut it up. Oh yeah. This thing was riding in my wallet for like a month and a half because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to buy. So finally used it because my time was almost up on it. All right, so let's see. Let's give it a few shots and twists. Now, with a fat blade, which it is, it's like a wide blade for such a small blade, you know what I mean? If it was longer, it would be a narrow blade, but because of its length, it's a wide blade. You can see wound channeling if all of a sudden you did have to have it for self-defense. You're not penetrating any vital organs, but right there is going to make a pretty nasty gusher. And you're going to have some wounds that aren't going to be able to be sewn up too quickly. So, I mean, that's perfect. That's perfect Black Widow right there. That's the hourglass. It is what it is. Let's see if we can't take the corner of the box and all the way up. Look at that. This thing's a cutter. It's definitely a cutter. I like that. That was actually super easy too. And I have to say that maybe it's because of the size, but the control was really nice. It's really nice control. I like that, but it's got nice slab side, so it's easy to put your hand on and just cut with. Not so bad. A lot of people are going to be saying, oh, you never cut toward you, especially toward your face. Yeah, but have you seen this face? What am I going to ruin it? So that's that. Let's take a look at some of this. Let's bring you guys down a little bit. Boop. All right, so we got a little bit of Fatwood here. And I don't know if there's an area where you can strike a ferro rod, really, unless you wanted to gum up here. So this would probably be able to feather stick. I'm assuming. We're going to find out right now. But as far as getting your fire lit, unless you wanted to be creative and use an area that's probably not supposed to be used for it, then you're probably going to want to use something else to light your fire. Let's bring you down even more. All right, here we go. Here we go. So here's the deal with this little package. I'm trying so hard not to lose them, and that's exactly what I'm doing. The control is super easy. I mean, because you think about it, it's not much past your thumb. It's staying right there with me, you know, and that's like a big question people ask all the time when I talk about weight with, like, to say the K-bar utility with that big giant pommel. That's a hunting knife pommel. And it's not a combat knife pommel by any means. And the reason is because of weight distribution. The lighter it is up here with the heavier it is down here, the more control you have for things like processing. So if you're cutting up an animal, you want that light in the rear. If you're slashing and you have to get through clothing, this is a sharp blade. I could hit myself all day long. I'm not going through because it's just too light. It's just too light. And that's the problem with the K-bars and hunting knives that people try and think are going to be their combat knife or fighting knife. It's just weight distribution. So this one is absolutely perfectly weighted for something like this. This is perfectly weighted. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. This Fatwood smells really good. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so hold on. Let me pick up a few pieces, and I'm wondering if it's actually possible to find a spot to where we can strike a ferro rod. So let me get out my ferro rod. Hold on a second. All right, so yeah, it gets used a little bit. So I'm wondering if this jimping right here might be able to strike. All right, so let's try this then. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring it down low enough, but we're going to try and figure out a way to make this happen. All right, so right here, I have my Fatwood on there. And what's today is Saturday. So sorry guys, there's no Fatwood Friday. But we're gonna do a little Fatwood Saturday test here. Let's see if I can get you a little bit. Oh, you're welcome. Dropped you on your faces. I really want to find a way to be able to make you guys. Oh, you know what? I'll just bring over something to lift this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, so this is the genius of D-Bad. I am in my living room with cardboard, a ferro rod, and a fire in the center of the room. All right, so I'm going to use the jimping to see if I can't get this thing struck up. I don't want to bounce this, so I can't do my typical. Normally what I would do is I would push my ferro rod in and do that, but I really need to fire it off in a different way, and I think I'm just going to keep moving it. So I am able to get spark, but I'm having trouble hitting that tiny little area, and I'm pretty sure if I do this 150 more times, I'm getting spark in there. This is not my normal method, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to adjust some of this and maybe make a bigger pile. That's what we'll do, is I'll make a bigger pile. I have this little nest. I'm just going to take that off, and now I'm going to cut these guys off that I already made, and I'm going to put it all down on here and then try from there. That way, I just don't want it flying all over the house, you know what I mean? Because I'm the one that gets yelled at. Now you guys, I get yelled at a lot. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So now I'm going to really see if I can't get something going. This cardboard is like a trampoline. I got smoke. I got smoke. I got dead smoke. All right, let's try again. So while you can use this to strike, here we go. While you can use this to strike a rod, it's not probably the best thing to use. So let's get this over here to the fire. Here we go. Got all kinds of stuff to burn in this place. Did a whole bunch of burning last night. All right, so let's see if we can just kick that into there, kick that into there, and dropping flames all over the floor. You can see I just lit a fire on the floor over here. Really good. All right, everything's good. Nothing's burning down. And there we go. We have a fire. So, what did I do with the knife? So here we go. So basically now it comes down to, what do I think about? I'm a Kershaw fan, and only because every single one I buy works. It's just every single Kershaw I have has been a worker. Let's see. So I haven't had a single one of these guys fail me. Not a single one. And if you've been paying attention to the videos, you'll see that I have a bunch of Kershaw blades. I'm not a fan because of any other reason other than I use them and they do their job. This one here would not be my first pick, however. And the only reason is because my hands compared to this knife. If I had smaller hands or this knife was bigger, it'd be perfect for me. If you have smaller hands, you might really, really dig this. Is this something I could still use? Yeah, I'm going to keep this around my paint stuff because I think that's exactly what I'm going to use this for, is opening paint cans and then doing edge cutting. So if I have to peel something up and I don't want to have the edge, the paint peel, you score it. And I think that there's a perfect place for this knife. So will it be something I use? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I could even dangle this from a bag for a spare knife, for one of those just in case knives. And that way, if you ever lose a knife when you're out camping, that's the worst feeling in the world. Do you ever lose one, you know you have something dangling on your bag. And this could even be a car knife, you know what I mean? Either way, this thing is definitely worth being a keeper, but for me personally, it's not going to be a carry. I don't even know what it's called because I already forgot. I don't know what I did with the package. Here it is, sitting on it. The Kershaw Antic. So for people who have smaller hands, if you are interested in a smaller blade and you want one that's going to be really good in price, because these things are crazy well priced, this would be a really good knife for you. For guys with very big hands who are using the knife for full knife tasks, for your everyday knife tasks, this is not going to be the knife for you. However, if you're a painter, maybe so. So, Woodsman's Knife Channel, get over there, get them a sub, help them get to 500. You just might win something really nice. That fire is no joke crack-a-lackin' now. That's nice. And Ultimate Knife Guide, go check that guy out. While you're doing that, make sure you're subbed to Scab. Make sure you're subbed to Choir Boys Cutlery. Now it's Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. I have to say it right. I don't want to get it wrong. He's on his way to 5,000, and when he gets to 5,000, big giveaway. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed right here, subscribe right here, because there's going to be a big giveaway at 10,000. So, the Kershaw Antic, nice knife for what it is. Just a little bit too small. All right, so that's it for me. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.